James Gunn has just posted to his social media the first look image of David Corenswet in the Superman outfit for the upcoming Superman movie, which will be released next year in July. And it's causing a little bit of controversy online. Some people seem to like it, some people seem to hate it. From what I can gather through looking at the comment section, a lot of people were hating on it more than liking it. I hope that changes over time. I myself, I'm not overly sold on the design. I think it has a few flaws. But I'm hoping when the movie actually comes out, we'll be pleasantly surprised. 9 times out of 10, this is how this works. We either like it when it comes out or we hate it. You have to just wait until the movie comes out. You can't judge everything by a picture, and it's early days still. So maybe when the movie comes out, maybe there'll be a few changes to the suit. Maybe it will surprise us all and we'll realise that this suit is actually nice and it looks good on screen. But until then, all we've got is this picture, and I'm just going to give my opinions on this suit. Okay, so this is the image of David Corenswet in the Superman suit, and my first impressions of this suit is it's good to see the bright colours again. After Man of Steel, and don't get me wrong, I love that suit. I absolutely love that suit, but I thought it was too dark. They tried to rectify this in the first cut of the Justice League, the Joss Whedon version, by making the suit brighter, and I thought that was an improvement. But this suit looks good colour-wise. Colour-wise, it looks really good. I know some people have been complaining that the cape isn't the same kind of red as the boots. This doesn't bother me too much. I think the ruby red cape actually does look really good, and I really do like the classical bright colours because Superman's suit is itself a symbol of hope. And another thing which is a symbol of hope on the Superman suit is the S. Unfortunately, on this suit, I'm not a fan of the way it's designed. I don't like how it just looks so, in my opinion, just so boring and lazy. I like to see the traditional S on Superman's chest. You know the kind, the one you think of whenever you think of Superman. The S you see on every single piece of merchandise, because that symbol is Superman, and I don't think you should mess with it. I know it's been messed with in various comics, but when I think of Superman, that is the S I want to see on his chest. And this one, I'm just not a big fan of. It's not a bad thing. I just wish that they'd gone with the traditional S. Another thing about this suit is that it looks a little bit baggy. I've seen a lot of people saying the same thing online. They don't like the way it looks baggy. You can kind of excuse this. The guy is sat down on a chair and he's putting his boots on. Maybe it would, fold up a little bit around the shoulders. But a lot of people are saying that they're not a fan of this. But I believe that if they just showed him in tight spandex, a lot of people wouldn't have been happy with that either. Sometimes you can't please everybody. One thing I am happy about is the trunks, and I never thought I'd say that because I used to think seeing Henry Cavill without the trunks was a wise decision because we're bringing Superman into a new age and he can look a little bit silly wearing the trunks. But this is, in my mind, and I think in James Gunn's mind, the classical Superman suit, the bright, colourful Superman suit with the trunks. And it looks like we're getting a good, old-fashioned, fun Superman action movie based on the comic book, so it's quite fitting to see the trunks back. And sometimes I don't think Superman looks complete without the trunks. I know there are many different action figures I've got behind me. I just think the action figure always looks better if he's wearing the red trunks. It just pops more, and I think it's a good choice to put the trunks back on Superman. Another thing a lot of people have been saying about the suit is that they don't like the lines on the suit, the design choices on the arms and the legs, the embroidery that is in the suit. They're not a big fan of that. I, for one, I don't mind it. It's different, isn't it? It's bringing us something a little bit different to the Superman suit. And like I said, it's not just blue spandex. The Henry Cavill suit had intricate patterns on it, and it looked good. It looked a lot more than just a Superman TV series. There was a lot more effort put into that suit, and I don't mind this. This suit reminds me a lot of the New 52 suit with the big collar. I'm not a big fan of the collar myself. I prefer to see the traditional suit where the cape actually tucks into the shoulders. But this is fine. I think this looks quite nice, actually. It's just, there's just little changes they could have made what would have made it better. It seems to me like they've took different elements of different suits from different versions for Superman and mashed them together and created this. I'm going to try and hold my judgment until the actual movie comes out, and I think that is what we all should do. Overall, though, the suit, it's fine. I think it will probably look even better in the movie. You know, when it's shot in the right way, when it's lit the right way. I think it will probably do us proud. Now, if you look behind Superman in the window, there seems to be something attacking Metropolis. And my first impression was that this is the supervillain Solaris. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't really know a lot about the villain. I believe it appeared in the All-Star Superman comic books. And I also believe that this movie is taking a lot of inspiration from those comic books as well, so it's a strong possibility that that may actually be Solaris in the back there, or it could be Brainiac. There's not an awful lot to go off there, but it could be one or the other. But I'm putting my money on Solaris at the moment. We'll have to just see when the movie comes out whether I'm wrong or right. As for the actor David Corenswet in the suit, he looks quite good actually. He looks the part. I'm still a little bit hurt that we've not got Henry Cavill back in this movie. I really liked Henry Cavill's performance. I thought he was the perfect Superman. He looked like the Superman from the comic books that I always read as a kid, and that's why I was always really fond of him in the movies. He was perfect in my opinion. So to hear that he wasn't coming back for these movies, I was a little bit upset about. But seeing this guy in the suit, he actually does look the part. And, you know, I've got a good feeling about this film. I really have, and I'm looking forward to it. I just hope when it comes out, it doesn't disappoint. But it seems to be a more traditional Superman plot from what I can tell from this picture. You know, there's very little out there about the movie at the moment, but it seems to be a very traditional Superman adventure from the comic books. Very more science fiction-y, comic booky, and colourful. And that's the main thing I'm getting from this picture. Colourful and bright. I'm quite happy with this. I just wish that they make a few changes here and there. I know there's a lot of people online who aren't happy, but you know what? Who is happy when these initial images come out? No one is ever happy. You've got to earn the trust. Look at Batman 89 when they announced Keaton as Batman. No one wanted that. No one wanted Mr. Mum to be Batman. But you know, he's widely considered now to be the best Batman. When Ben Affleck was announced as Batman, no one wanted that. Why are you having this guy who did such a poor job on Daredevil playing Batman? I myself had that opinion, but I thought Ben Affleck was a very, very good Batman. So you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge this Superman movie by this picture. This is a first look. We have just got to wait until the movie comes out. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on and give my opinion on this picture. I think it looks good. I'm excited about it. I'm going to remain optimistic. I'm not going to judge a book by its cover, and I'm not going to judge this movie by this picture. I think there are elements of the suit that need to be changed. But, like I said, I'm going to refrain from judging on it too much. It's quite fitting, actually, because Superman portrays hope. We've got to just hope that it's a good film. And I've got a really good vibe that it will be a good film. James Gunn knows what he's doing when he's putting these films together, and he seems to give the fans exactly what they want. So until the movie actually comes out in July 2025, we will have to just wait and see.